Okay, so we're live. I tried to pre-adjust the volumes before I started the stream, so let me know if you can hear the menu theme. Very beautiful menu theme, by the way. Javix, welcome to the stream. Let me know how the audio is, if you can hear the game audio, and if you can hear me well, because I don't want the game to be super loud. Alright, I guess I can start now. So as you can tell from the main menu and by the title of the stream, this is Code Madman. It's a fan demo based on Resident Evil 3.5, if you're familiar with that, the canceled version of Resident Evil 4. And it was basically the brainchild of Shigaworks, who did a bulk of the work. I did provide a few sounds and some lines for Leon, but he did most of the work, so most of the credit will go to him. A false wall. There's something behind here. But it's just gonna be a pretty chill stream today. Nothing like my usual modding streams and what have you. Just me playing Code Madman. I've played this demo like, what, 15 times now? I can't get enough of it. The demo is great. And maybe that's my bias talking, but I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this demo. This seems to be an unchanged recycled asset from a previous game. I would like to voice all of the lines that Leon says that aren't actually voiced already in Leon's voice, because why not? This door is being held from the inside. Seems to be a nice Resident Evil trope. The door's held or locked from the inside. But since I mentioned voice acting, why not talk a little bit about voice acting? I provided the voice for Leon, a few of the lines for this demo. And it was basically, Shiga was looking for a voice actor for Leon, and we were discussing it, and it was really late on my end. Our time zones are really different. And he had mentioned that he was looking for a voice actor, so we decided to scour YouTube and the internet looking for people who could provide a voice that was a good replacement for Paul Mercier, because that's what we were going for, Resident Evil 4 Leon's voice. And so we did a bit of searching around, and we ended up not finding anybody. We had a couple of people in mind, but it was mostly just how do we contact them and, you know, go from there. Because a lot of these videos are from like 2010 or 2012, you know, 5 years ago. We're not sure if they're actually gonna respond. The broken down nature of this place gives it a certain elegance. But I had told Shiga before we started looking that I can do a pretty okay Resident Evil 4 Leon impression, and when we couldn't find anybody, he told me to go ahead and send a few lines, see what he thought about it. Would make a nice spot for a portrait. And you know, me being modest, probably too much so, I was like, it's not that good, you know, it could be better. And I ended up sending him, and he liked him, so that's how I pretty much got the role for Leon in this demo. Granted, it's only like, I think like 6 lines in total, but it was fun nonetheless, recording these lines at, you know, 3 in the morning. That's a very beautiful door opening animation, by the way. And we seem to have a guest somewhere. Very noisy guest. let's see who it is. Doesn't look like your typical zombie. He looks pretty normal, just a little pale. He went down a lot faster than some of my other playthroughs. That's cool. Welcome to the stream, Donald. This is me.
A victim to the T-virus. No wounds. Better write this in my diary.
Now, I've seen like every stream and every video that people have posted of this game, and every time that line comes up, there's either two reactions. Wow, that guy sounds like Resident Evil 4 Leon, or why does Leon have a diary? Snicker, snicker, laugh, laugh, laugh. Joe Shamrock, welcome. Just playing Code Madman, talking about voice acting and the demo and stuff. Some development things probably show up later in the stream. This surface is extremely dusty. I'm beginning to doubt this place. So yeah, I was talking about how I provided the voice for Leon for a handful of lines, and one of them just played. But the examination lines don't really have a voice, so I'm just doing the voice that I did reading these. Broken mirror. I'm sure there's some symbolic joke I could pull here. You know, just in your standard Leon fashion. This desk appears to have been damaged long ago. What happened in this place? Forgive me if I'm a little off-sounding and not very Resident Evil 4 Leon-ish. It's because I have had no drink today. Nothing. No water. I'm dying right now. The Spencers were well-educated. I'm pretty sure I examined that guy. A single candle. This whole decor feels very superficial. Also, sound design. I did the sound design for this, or I didn't do all of it. I did a few sounds here and there. And when I played the demo the first time, I noticed that one of the sounds that I made was used here. For that black fog that just went across the door. Which was really cool, because it took me like my 4th playthrough to realize, hey, I made that sound. And now I have a piece of paper that I can shine my light on. I can control the light, which is really cool. If you're wondering, though, this game was built on the Unity engine, and I was kind of impressed when I found that out, because I was like, wow, this looks really good. Like, if you told me that this was made on not Unity, I would have believed you. If you told me that this was made on the Unity engine, I would have been like, you're lying, get out of my face. But let's see what the note says. This is also another one of the lines that I voiced coming up.
This is a page from my diary.
Yes. It's the same with this line. It's either, oh wow, that guy sounds like Leon, or, oh, Leon has a diary, ha ha ha. So we're going back upstairs like the diary page told us to, which I would never do that. If it was me, I would not go back upstairs. Period. But let me know how the volume levels are. I tried to adjust the levels before I started streaming. Let me know if my voice is fine and if the game isn't too loud or too low. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, can you release weapon mod pack? I have plans to release another pack, but I'm not sure exactly when. So, let's see what's changed. The only thing so far that's changed is everything has gotten blue. And our buddies, whoops, clicked off the game. And our buddy is still down. Yep, still gone. And let's examine this room. If you remember when I first came in here, the mirror was broken. And now it's fixed. So let's examine. Could have sworn this mirror was more damaged. Volume's great overall, thank you. Do you make sounds for Black Ops 3 weapons that I port? I make sounds for some of them. Like the Chamfer Zone AK that I ported not too long ago. I made the sounds for that. And the Grease Gun. I make sounds for some of the guns, but not all of them. If you listen to them, you can usually tell which ones are the sounds that I made. A lot of the reload sounds and things, I usually try to do those too, because that's the fun part. What's this? I keep clicking off the game. It's me. Now how do we get past this? Guess I can't go that way. Well, I guess that answers my question. But anyway, I can stop playing dumb because I've played this demo a billion times. I know exactly what's gonna happen. No mirror shards. It's clean. And there was a sound of the doors collapsing in the main hall. So the door that was held from the other side is now open. So let's go check that out. But anyway, yeah. I've already gone over voice acting, and it's pretty fun to be able to voice a Resident Evil character, especially one as famous as Leon. That's everybody's favorite character. I'm more of a Chris guy, but yeah, that's just me. Let's check this guy out. Looks like some kind of decomposed body. See what I have to say about it. So this is what was holding the doors. He just gave in. I love how it goes from like the sound of the main hall, the wind blowing through the windows, to dead silence in here. I don't know why, I really like that. Hey, look, a piano. Can't seem to remember Moonlight Sonata. That, when I first like examined that piano at like 5 in the morning on my first playthrough for this, I was livid. I was laughing a lot harder than I should have. Let's go into the next area. But yeah, sound design. There's a few of my sounds placed throughout this demo, but most of the stuff was Shigu's work. He did most of that himself, or obtain the sounds. And a lot of my sounds are actually gonna appear later. I can't say when, but they will show up later at some point. But now this room, if you've played Resident Evil 4, should look familiar. I won't dive deep into that because literally every video that's ever been posted about this demo, everyone points out that, oh, this is that room from Resident Evil 4. But the part that I'm more interested in is this. You see this water bottle here on the table. If you look close enough, it says Hashimoto on it. And Shigu had to point this out to me because I never paid this bottle any attention, and I'm gonna click off the game for the 30th time. But that's supposed to be a Hashimoto brand soda, and which is a reference to me because my name on a few other of my accounts is Hashimoto Soda, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm just kind of mad that I didn't see that a long time ago. This mirror seems normal, at least. Windows to the courtyard. Oh yeah, an Easter egg to myself. It's really cool that Shigu put that in the game. It's pretty nice. And we get to see that beautiful door opening animation once again. Wonderful. I really like the sense of isolation that this demo gives you, where you kind of feel alone, and you are alone technically, but it just really gets it across that you're here by yourself. So good luck if you find anything else. Some nice paintings on the wall. Camera angles. I love fixed camera angles. Funnily enough, this is my favorite part of the demo, just because of all the paintings on the wall. And for anyone wondering, this demo is, I wouldn't call it super complex, but it's pretty nice. It has a pretty decent amount of content for a fan game. Let me turn that off. And there's actually several endings to this demo and not just one. You know, if you play a fan game, you expect to just beat it and get it over with. Not this one. Shigu wanted to be different. And this demo actually has a bad ending, a good ending, and a true ending. And I guess I could go for all of them because I have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. Let's just look around a little. Look outside. Look up on the second floor. Looks nice. I like the lighting in here. But there's some lamp at the end of the hall. Let's check something else. Let me know if the stream is lagging any. OBS is telling me that it is, but I usually can never tell. And it's a doll.
A doll?
And it's blue again. So the blue signifies that Leon is currently hallucinating. This isn't real. None of this is real when it turns blue. When the colors are normal, that's the real world. That's the real game. But when it's blue, of course, Leon's losing his mind. And as you can see, all the paintings have gone blank, which is an extremely nice touch. That blew me away at 5 in the morning. Like, I'm supposed to be asleep. And Shigu sent me the demo. He asked that I want to play it. I said, of course. And when I got to this section, I was fully awake and just, like, in awe at how cool this was. Let's turn this off. It's not turning off. What does that mean, that it's not turning off? A few stutters every now and then. Okay, that's to be expected from me because my computer is bad. Apparently my internet's really bad too. And you can hear Moonlight Sonata playing in the other room. A nice reference. But I wonder what's playing it, or who's playing it. Ooh.
The missing arm.
Do I play the Devil May Cry collection? I do not. I've never actually played a Devil May Cry game. I've played the first one, and the second one, and the fourth one, so I just lied. But I've never played them for much longer than a few hours. Hack and slash games aren't really my cup of tea. But I can appreciate Devil May Cry as a series, because it's related to this in a way, that it was the original version of Resident Evil 4, so that's cool, right? I mirror pain and death. Cryptic, but I wonder what that means. The true mirror is reflected. The true mirror is reflected. I wonder what that means. Huh. There's something watching me. That's not creepy at all. So, let's see. There's nothing there. But I can clearly see something in the mirror. And you have to think. When you're short on sleep at 5 in the morning, this starts to play with your mind a little bit. And you start to kind of get thrust into Leon's shoes. And you're like, am I hallucinating, or do I see something in the mirror watching me? And then it turns out that something's in the mirror watching you. And so I do what anybody would do, and I pull out my gun and see if my laser acts as if there's something there. Because if you notice, when I point at the walls or the ceiling or the floor, the laser dot doesn't actually show up. But what's this? Something's there. And what's the first instinct that you have when your laser dot shows up? You shoot it, right? And I just killed myself. At 5 in the morning, that was the greatest jump scare. And it was the best thing ever. I was so excited that I had just shot myself. You don't understand. Thank you for playing. Better luck next time. That's the bad ending. Or one of the bad endings. So, Let's do this again, but let's go for... I'll skip the good ending and I'll go straight for the true ending. Makes more sense that way. But, oh, Baker, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I shot myself. It's pretty cool. It's pretty weird, pretty different. I'm gonna rush through the beginning part. But, I wanted to talk more about the development of this demo. Well, actually, I can't say much because I joined really late into the project. Shigu had been working on this for, I think, a couple of years before I even got on board. And, but for anybody that subscribed to me for Code Madman news, let me get around this corner quickly. We don't post updates as often as we would like, but I just want everyone to know that the project is not dead. If you keep up with the Twitter or the subreddit, you should know that the project isn't dead. And it's not dead unless we state it's dead, basically. Unless Shigu, or mainly him, but unless one of us tells you that the project is dead, it's not dead.
A victim to the T-virus.
We're always working on it, slowly but surely.
Better write this in my diary.
But a lot of people want to know what's the progress that we've made so far, and I'm not exactly sure how much I can talk about the progress that we've made, but we've made a pretty decent amount of progress since this demo has been released, and it's pretty exciting. Nice job, Leon. You alerted the horse to your location. No, you did.
This is a page from my diary.
It's me again. So if you notice that the steps for the endings don't show up until a very specific point, because the beginning is always the same. It's once you get into the next area, past the loading screen, that's when your decisions really start to make sense. I'm not gonna lie, that I should have been prepared for that, but I was scratching my head and looking at my monitor and just running wildly around the corner, and I was like, I startled myself with that. And I've played this demo too many times to be startled by that. But anyway, back to the development of, you know, not even the development, it's just mostly what we would like to do with this fan game is we would like to give players a chance to play Resident Evil 3.5, or at least what we've seen of it, because we've only seen, you know, 2 trailers and 1 gameplay of it. We would like people to experience it for themselves, and so far I think that we're the closest to actually nailing the feeling of the original game. There's, I think, a few other 3.5 fan games out there, and they're not as good as ours. And that might be my bias talking, but they're just not. But this was just a demo to let people know what we have to offer and get them excited. Like, someone can actually do this. Someone can actually make 3.5 happen. And so this was just to show them that we have what it takes, basically. Let's pass the Hashimoto soda once again and go downstairs. Now, if you keep up with the project at all on Twitter, on Reddit, on YouTube, if you follow Shigu Works or you're subscribed to him, you would know that we're trying to recreate the original trailer in a playable format. So if you've seen the first trailer or if you've seen the second trailer for 3.5, you'll know that, well, you won't know anything other than what we know, but we want to bring those into a format that you can play and experience, because it's cool. Because the first trailer is the one with contamination, it's the one with the black fog and the airship. We want to bring you a playable version of that. But we also want to take the second trailer, which is where they introduce the Hook Man, and they show Leon walking around the castle and walking around the interior of the castle as well. And we wanted to combine those two. And as a fan of the project and a fan of 3.5 and someone that's actively helping with the project, it's pretty cool to see what Shigu wants to bring to this fan game, and it's just awesome. There's no other words. I'm not gonna do this. This is how you get the bad ending. If you turn off the radio and you go to the doll and pick up the doll, it's set in stone that you're gonna get the bad ending. So we're going for the other ending, which is this is how you get the good ending and the true ending. So let's come over here. And it sounds as if something was knocking on the door. There's something on the other side of that door, but we don't know what. And the paintings have gone again. That's really just creepy to me for some reason. So let's go see what happens if we go pick up the doll now. It seems my frame rate tanks when I get to this area. Whoa. Nice inside shot of Leon's leg. Speaking of Leon, his jacket is the coolest thing ever. If you've ever seen 3.5, you know that his jacket is the best. His Resident Evil 4 outfit's cool, but it's not 3.5 cool. I just want to point that out. So we just picked up the doll and we're going back to the area with the bed. But anyway, I'd like to talk more about what we plan on doing with Code Madman, and maybe answer some questions that anybody would like answered. We've answered them previously on the subreddit or on Twitter or in the comments on some of the videos, but if you can't be bothered to go watch those or go look at those, I don't know how you would be bothered to watch a 40-minute long stream, but I'll you know, talk a little bit about those. If you're wondering gameplay mechanics, we had an inventory planned. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna end up doing with it though. I don't know if it's gonna come to fruition. Equipment, you know, if you've seen the original gameplay that Leon can throw flashbangs and Molotovs, we do have plans to include those into the game. Although, disclaimer, don't take my word for anything that I say in this stream. Everything's always gonna be left up to Shigu, and his decision if these things make it into the final version or if they don't, that's completely up to him. But I would really like to see some things like the Molotovs and flashbangs in the game. Is it a mod or a complete game? This right here is a fan game. It's completely separate. It's not a Resident Evil 4 mod or anything. And I'm sure you just heard the chain in the background. It's pretty creepy. And here, you don't want to turn off the radio because you're gonna die. And you don't want to shoot the doll because you know what happens when you shoot the doll. So, clicked off the game again. Get this out of here while I'm here. And I'm gonna equip my knife and slash the doll.
My arm.
And I just hurt myself. And you can equip the flashlight and unequip it, which is pretty cool. I love that animation. That walking animation. Love it. And if you notice, it's still really dark. And the paintings are still gone. So, what does that mean? It's still blue as well. That means Leon's still hallucinating. So, he cut the doll. And he didn't kill himself, but he hurt himself. He physically hurt himself. I wish I could show you. I might be able to. But his arm was bleeding. And, just admire that walking animation again. But, yeah, this is the end of the demo. This is the true ending. Leon goes through the door still hallucinating. There's gonna be like a sequence, like a little cutscene that comes up here. And I did the sound design for that, which is pretty cool.
A fog.
And what's that? It's the Hook Man. It's our favorite person. So that's what was knocking on the door.
It says here, the caretaker used a hook. I guess we could call him the Hook Man.
I guess we could call him the Hook Man. Congratulations, you've completed the demo. Thank you for playing. And that's the true ending. And hopefully, maybe, I can't say so, but hopefully the next demo will continue on that. And I'm sure it will. But that's about it that I've had for the stream. I wasn't planning on making it too long. And I didn't talk too much about some of the stuff that I would have liked to. But I don't know, maybe next time. Maybe Sunday will be my chill, just play a game and talk stream days. Who knows? I'm not sure what I'm doing with my YouTube channel at this point. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me talk about Code Madman and my involvement. And hopefully I see you guys when I stream next weekend, hopefully.